Hello everyone. How are you? Happy Sunday. How is my MIGT community doing on this Sunday? I hope all of you are doing well and have been well. This is Mygletus, aka Meaningful Intuitive Guided Tarot. I am back, guys. I am back. I missed this channel, which means that I miss you guys. And I'm actually, as you can tell by the title, I have a few announcements which would kind of explain what has been going on with me since I have taken, you would say, a miniature type of hiatus from this channel, what I've been doing, what has been happening while I have been off the camera. And so along with those announcements, as you can also tell by the title, I will be momentarily giving a shout out reminder of the subscribers request that I will be trying to finish up and cover that was kind of left over from March, unfortunately. But as always, I did not forget. And so when I looked at my book from the last ones that I did write down, like I said, I didn't get to perform those readings. Okay, so I will momentarily be shouting out 3 subscribers requests that I will be doing and uploading and performing for you guys who requested these requests for tomorrow. But in the meantime, I feel it is my duty to give you guys a little some informative information, informative in terms of what I've been doing, why I haven't been onto this channel for the past 2 weeks, and then looking back to really kind of see when was the last time I made my appearance, or when I came to you guys to do a reading. I didn't realize that it had been 2 weeks, so time flies, all right? Anyhow, what has made me take that hiatus, so to speak, which I really didn't anticipate on being away from my channel? Well, for one thing is I had been doing some decluttering, some spring cleaning. Every year I do this, as most of us do, as we have now approached another season coming into the spring, right, which has already started officially. And so before coming off the camera, so to speak, I knew that I had to kind of get down and really do some decluttering. I didn't realize that it was going to take it didn't literally take 2 weeks, but it did take longer than anticipated. And then after doing that, of course, I needed to recharge, recalibrate, and kind of get myself back into the swing of things. And so this is like my way of returning back to my channel after taking that hiatus, okay? And so, and speaking of that, that decluttering was something that was very much needed. Like I said, every year I do a spring cleaning, but out of all the past few years of me decluttering and doing my spring cleaning, I would say that this has been the most extensive, because I literally transformed every room, transformed every space of my home, literally, with just different makeovers, just giving a change. And, you know, like anything else, when it comes to decluttering space, that means that you are, in fact, clearing out things that no longer serve you, whether it be clothing that you know you're not going to wear, because that is a part of spring cleaning and decluttering. You are going through certain closets. And speaking of which, my closets was something that majorly had a big, huge transformation. It had been just there, not really haven't been looked through in a more detailed, thorough manner. You know, usually when I do my spring cleaning, it's just like changing the curtains, bed spreads, you know, changing every year. I change my new bedding, I change my curtains, maybe a little, you know, switcheroo here, a little switcheroo there. But this time it was very major. And so with all that being said, it actually, like I said, took a little bit more time. But with all of that being said, because I know some of you is like, why is she saying all of this? this is a moment that I want to connect with you guys. Can we just have like a heart-to-heart kind of just a conversation, right? Because this is something that I'm sure most of you can identify with, because like I said, this is a new season, and generally not only me, but I'm sure maybe some of you, or if you haven't as yet, maybe this is something that you have been putting off like I had, right? Until the time came where that nudge came in and I'm like, no, I have to do it, right? So this is just one-on-one conversation, and I'm just explaining to you guys what has been the reason behind me not being on this channel for the past 2 weeks. And so like I said, in doing that, most importantly, I don't know about for you guys, but I would say not only for me, but being a tarot reader and the readings that I bring to this channel, all of that, believe it or not, will in some way make a huge significant impact by what I did in terms of this spring cleaning and decluttering. Not only when you declutter, is it about decluttering and clearing out your physical environment, but it also impacts your mind, body, and soul. And for me, it really makes a huge difference because it really kind of just clear out my mind mentally. That is most important. Me being a Taurus anyway, we're all about comfort. We're all about our environment, being very cluttered free, being tidy, and most important, the big O, organized. I'm such a stickler for organization. And so when I realized before I left this channel briefly that some of my whole apartment, my home needed some organization, okay? And it was neglected. So I had to really, like I said, kind of step away, not thinking that it was going to be almost 2 weeks, but it needed to be done. I have no regrets whatsoever, because at the end, the result of it is that I am in an environment, in a space, just like the one you see behind me. This is the space in my bedroom that I use for my meditation, because I also have a meditation channel, and at some point I will drop that link in so you guys can as well, if you so choose. If you're into meditation, you can definitely go over to that channel and support me over there. But as you can see, I have my plants, like I incorporated by purchasing some live plants. Before, I was more into like the artificial plants that look real, but they really didn't have any type of medicinable or any type of benefits, right? But for those that know, when you have live plants is like the most beautiful thing you can do and add to your home, not only for decorum wise, but the benefits of it. Like here, not knowing exactly what plant this is, all right, but I know that when I went to the florist shop, I did ask him that I wanted to have plants that was low maintenance, but that also like purify the air, but also the energy behind the plant, right? So this plant supposed to give all positive energies into the space by which you have it. But also I kind of racked up on a few bamboo plants here that I have in certain areas of my home. Depending on how many bamboo sticks you have, they symbolize different things. And of course, if you're going to get yourself some bamboo plants, you want to be able to know how many you have contained in your jar, because some of it symbolizes wealth, prosperity, happiness, all sorts of things. So depending on how many you have, it symbolizes something in particular, right? So I say that because, like I said, I went and got these live plants to kind of just bring more vibrancy, to bring more positive energy. And so not only do I have these plants here, but I have them in my foyer and I have them in my kitchen. So like I said, I went all out. I think, like I said, this is the most extensive that I have gone all out pertaining to my decluttering, organizing, and just basically 2 simple words: feng shuiing my space in each and every room. I had to feng shui it to really clear out. And then last but not least, what was the most happiest thing that I did, which I normally do from time to time, but this time I had a little bit more to donate. So me and my daughter, we took a trip down to the Salvation Army and we donated, to charity, to those less fortunate. So there was, something that was gained by going into those closets, taking out bags and clothing, went into her room, into her area, and we kind of went through the things that she no longer cannot wear, and we just put everything together, and we went there and we dropped off 3 bags, including a scooter that she only used one time, because as you guys know, with the pandemic, a lot of things wasn't used because you was confined in your house. So I was able to donate a scooter bike and big bags of clothing and other accessories and stuff that definitely will be appreciated by the less fortunate, right? And so that is part of one reason why we need to declutter. So this is like a tip as well. If you have done it, kudos, but for those that haven't, go ahead, take some time and kind of go through things, kind of declutter your space. You'll be surprised as to what it is that you find and realize, oh, I didn't know I had this, because it's been hidden that we can't wear. Shoes, bags that, maybe we have outworn and we're not going to go back to it. All right. So I say all of this. There is a moral to all of this being said, okay? Everything is purposeful in terms of what it is that I share. And I feel that, as I have started my channel, I have come a long way, but I also see the growth in which I have seen since I started my channel. And I am so elated. I'm very blessed and happy that you guys are like my fans, not only to this channel, but obviously there is something about my aura, my energy that you have been drawn to, that I have now over 300 subscribers. I know for a while it had been like under 20. I was looking at the numbers like months back, where it was only like a small number, and to see the growth, the expansion, there's still work to be done. I'm still praying and hoping that my vibe will attract my tribe like you guys. So for a second now, I just want to shift away from why I haven't been here to kind of give you guys my appreciation. And I'm noticing a lot of hand gestures. I gotta say, guys, I'm a little nervous. This is what happens when you're not on the camera as I was. You get a little nervous, right? So I gotta kind of like warm up. So this is like my warm-up way to come back to you guys. But in speaking of which, I want to just thank you guys for your patience. Some of you might have been very curious. I'm pretty sure, right? That some of you might have been very curious and wondering, where is Meaningful Intuitive Guided Tarot? And so now I just gave you pretty much the insight into what has attributed to my absence on this channel. But I am back. And like I said, it's all good. I am doing well. I am definitely much happier in terms of having cleared out my home and to just kind of, like I said, bring more openness. Because when you feng shui is about opening up a space, different spaces in your home to allow positive energies, to allow flow in, right? And it's also said that in how you direct your furniture in terms of facing east and south, it has a lot to do with how powerful that energy will come into your home. So for those that not too familiar with feng shui, go ahead and Google it and get more information about it and why it's very beneficial, okay? But like I said, at the end, with all doing that, what does it all equal for me? Better thrivement. I can thrive more efficiently, better, because of my environment being less decluttered, okay? You guys didn't quite see, not that it was a mess and that I had my home looking a mess, no. But like anything else, like I said, as a Taurus, we are very, very, stuck on organization, at least for me, but I will speak for all the Tauruses out there that we are very much into keeping our home, our space decluttered. And sometimes when we kind of, for whatever reasons, life gets the best of us, sometimes those things have been neglected. But anyhow, I gave attention to it and I'm very happy about it. So that means that now moving ahead, now that I'm back, I'm going to be back with giving you my best. Not that I didn't before, but mentally, this is very important. Mentally, I'm going to be able to focus and really feel good because that I've done all of that needed to be done that I had neglected. So I hope that makes sense for you guys, okay? So now, turning my attention now to getting down to the business at hand. As I mentioned to you guys that I noticed that there were like, I thought it was 4, and I will mention that 4th one momentarily, but in actuality, there's 3 that, speaking about the subscribers' requests, that I did not get to perform before coming off the channel. And so I am going to give a shout out for those subscribers' requests to let you guys know that the ones that was kind of left over from last month, March, right? These requests was like from the 26th of March into the 28th. And now we're in April, almost toward the end of April, right? So don't bite me, don't come for me, okay? And I want to mention something else pertaining to this subscriber's request moving ahead, okay? So before I actually do this call out, as we close out, I just want to just say to you guys that I am an intuitive tarot reader that not only just want to focus on the subscriber's request. Now, by all means, I am very grateful. I am astounded. I didn't even think that you guys I didn't think that I was going to get such an influx of subscribers' requests. I'm not sure when I started doing this, who was initially the first subscribers' request that came or kind of like spearheaded this taking off in the way that it has. I've gotten so much feedback, so much viewership, and the feedback has been positive. You guys, when I do those requests, you guys really seem to appreciate it. Thank you for your response and your feedback, but as well, you seem to think that I have hit it on a nail for the most part, and yet we know, like I always say, behind those, when I come to the end of that I always say that whether it turns out to be true or not, that we are governed under the law of attraction because of free will, and that love and time is fluid, so things can change, right? So some of those things or some of those interpretations that I have done behind those requests might have come true. Maybe it might look like it might be starting to shift in that direction, or maybe nothing yet, right? But time and love is fluid, so it can always shift at any time, right? So with that being said, I am, like I've mentioned, I am an intuitive tarot reader that not only want to focus primarily on doing those subscribers requests. For those of you that have been with me, and if you browse through my other videos, you will see that I am in fact a very versatile reader, which means that I bring different readings to my channel. I had decided to do that because it doesn't get boring with just doing just the basic general readings, right? And so, you know, and I'm not knocking channels that do that. It's just that for me, I just felt that as well to kind of, speaking about my numbers, because some readers have been established in terms of their, you know, numbers and their subscribers. So I'm trying to, as a new channel, I'm trying to find ways to help bring more excitement and more interesting reading to my channel. And so that is the reason why I kind of decided to, you know, a little while back, to kind of bring more readings. So besides the subscribers, celebrity readings that you guys request for me to do, I also do celebrity deaths. And it has been a moment since I've done a celebrity death. I can't remember who was the last one I did. I think it was Prince. But I know I mentioned at some point that I also want to do Aaliyah. I want to do her death because I get the feeling that somehow that her case is going to be reopened if it hasn't already, and I feel that justice will be served. And I think that the manner in which her death came about is going to be revealed, okay? So I definitely, like, at some point want to kind of do her reading. And as well, not only that, as you guys know, I also do birthday readings. So as you already may know, I do readings for those who have birthdays on the first of whatever month. So that's like my special gift to you guys. So if your birthday falls on the first of the month, I kind of, celebrate your day by giving you like a special bonus reading for that week. And then I started to feel like, okay, I don't want to just give just that kind of reading. So then later on, I said, you know what? I want to then do a birthday reading celebration then for those who have a birthdays a little later on in the month, which I call the random birthday pick a birthday box. The random pick a birthday box, I think it's called. And so those are for those birthdays that we go into the box and we randomly pick out a birthday that kind of falls toward the middle, toward the end of the month, because then it's like I'm giving those birthdays a chance to be celebrated. So I do that reading. And then, of course, for those that know, I do the moon phase readings, which I will say, guys, that when I look back at those numbers, I see that they are not nowhere as high in terms of the viewership that I get when I do other readings. Particularly, I would say that my highest viewership and feedback and response is really coming from when I do the subscribers' requests for celebrity readings. And even though I am very appreciative of, you guys' feedback, but I would have to say, guys, please, that if you can take the time as well to support and give feedback and look at those other videos that I bring to those channels, because you never know. When I do those moon phase readings, whether it is a new moon that we just recently passed, we had a new moon, I believe, in Aries, and I didn't get to do that because I hadn't come back yet. So I usually cover that. When we have a full moon reading, I usually give you those readings based upon your element sign, right? So if you are air sign, a water sign, a fire sign, or an earth sign, your readings falls under those elements. And you never know. I always feel that even if it doesn't resonate with a portion of you, I always feel and know in my heart of heart that it's going to resonate for one or two of you. And that's more than not resonating at all, because there's going to be a message somewhere for somebody, but you would never know it if you don't tune in and give that video a chance to be seen and heard, because it might be something in there for you in terms of what might be coming up for you in a projected week or so. But even if it doesn't resonate with you, it can definitely perhaps resonate with a friend or a family member. And some of those readings I have done in the past, it's alerting you guys to maybe something that is going on in your family or with a friend that you might actually be dealing with. And I would generally kind of give you the projection of what the outcome may be behind it. So the purpose of it, again, is that I just really would appreciate if you guys would as well support those other videos that I bring to this channel, because I work very hard. I work very hard in terms of the readings I do. I think recently as well, I started to even cover things within the U.S., within America, which is titled Looking Inside America, I believe it is. Something to that nature, which means that sometimes when I come across certain headlines or certain stories that really kind of not hit home, but breaks my heart in a certain kind of way. And I think we had a few months or a month ago, the situation with the tornado and somewhere in the South. But then it might be something else that is happening where it's my way to bring awareness to what is happening. That might be kind of beneficial. So like I said, there's a host of so many other readings that I bring, and I just only ask you guys, as I do these requests, that you guys as well in turn go to those videos and give that support. Because that viewership and you guys, supporting and bringing feedback and giving that feedback, it does help grow the channel. So I also ask that for those that are subscribed or viewers that come across this video, if you do like the flow, if you like the various readings I bring, go ahead, subscribe. And for my subscribers, go ahead, make sure that your notification bell is on so that you are aware when I do come in and upload a video for you guys, okay? But like I said, I am a very hard, I work very hard in terms of the readings I do. I just don't come in front of the camera and just start, doing the reading. I really meditate and I really do what I need to do to bring the best. I'm not about quantity. I'm about quality. I'm a quality kind of reader that want to bring the best. And so I work hard. Like the night before, I'll kind of see what story or what kind of reading I want to bring for you guys. So a lot goes into it. And so that aspect of that, it will be appreciated if you guys really did kind of tune in and just watch my other videos, okay? Now, with that being said, going back now to the subscribers celebrity readings request that you send me, moving ahead, I'm going to do something different in terms of creating a video page where you guys can send your requests in, okay? With that being said, is because this way I can more or less stay on top of it. When you guys send me your requests, they come under different videos. When you do that, this could be a request that I did for someone, maybe let's just say even 3 weeks ago or a month ago. Somebody will come in, they would like the reading, and then you would drop your request under that reading. But mind you, I'm not really going back to those videos to really see. It's just when, for whatever reason, I happen to go back and I notice that I see subscribers' requests. And when that happens, it's possible, it's very well possible, that someone's request is not going to be acknowledged or it's not going to be seen. So moving ahead, I think I'm going to, starting from this weekend on Saturday, I am going to set up a video page where it's just going to be for subscribers requests only. And that is where you guys will send or forward your requests moving ahead. It will be easier definitely on me, and it will be easier for me to track the requests as well. Okay? So with that being said, I may need for you guys, more than likely, I'm going to ask you guys to please resubmit your requests. I'm going to do my darnest to try to go back as far as I can. Okay, I'm not going back too far, but at least within the past 2 weeks, I will do that because I know you guys did send requests. Sometimes I get the alerts. Sometimes YouTube will show me the alerts, and sometimes I can't. So it's almost like I have to take it upon myself to kind of go back. So I want to cut that, from that happening, and moving ahead, I want to be able to just go to a designated video page where you guys' requests will be sent and where it will be seen. And that will kind of cut out the work with me having to go back. I hope that makes sense because I'm pretty sure somehow I'm going to overlook or have overlooked someone's request. So give me another day or so. I'm going to kind of track back maybe a little bit later on or tomorrow, within early this week. I'm going to try to go back at least within the 2 weeks to see who did send me a request and try to get to work on those requests. But if I don't, I will come back in and ask you guys to resubmit your request. And what you can do, if in fact you know when you sent that request, you could just let me know that it's a re-request, that you originally did send it, and I will know if you guys are being truthful about that. I don't want anybody just saying I resubmitted it and then you didn't, trying to get ahead, because I really try to do first come, first serve, because it's only fair, right? And I kind of have an idea of those requests because this is my pink book. This is the book that I use to write down my requests. So this is like my subscribers, primarily this is my subscribers request book. And so as you can see, guys, I have gone through quite a bit of pages doing those readings. And so speaking of which, like I said, that would be very helpful if I really find that somehow I feel that I am missing somebody's request. I will come back later on and just tell you guys to just resubmit your request. But to hold off on that until I create that subscribers request video page for you guys. Okay? So, with all that being said, and believe me, all of this had to be said because I know that you guys, like I said, with the influx of requests that comes in, sometimes it was really becoming very overwhelming for me. And I love doing those readings, but you guys got to understand that I have to also do my other readings because they have actually taken somewhat of a back seat. They have been neglected, and I don't want that to happen. I really want to stay on top and be able to bring my other readings to this channel. So with that being said as well, you guys will have to continue to bear with me, to be patient in doing those requests, and know that they will be done, okay? I will do my best to get to them in a timely fashion, but if it's not in the timely fashion that you want it to be, like I said, you have to be patient, okay? But I will try to get to them. All right, guys? So with all that being said, let's get down to the 3 that I will be shouting out at this time that we will get to upload, or I will have ready for you guys for tomorrow, Monday, April 24th, I think, right? I think today's the 23rd. I will have it available for you. So the first request that I'm giving a shout out for, that again, this came in toward the end of last month, that I want to perform and that I promised and that I did honor, is a request that came in from subscriber CT. So CT, if you're watching, you did request a reading for Taeyang. I hope I pronounced this name, but Taeyang is AKA V from BTS. And so your reading request for that will be performed and uploaded and ready for you tomorrow, okay? And then the other request, another request that I have honored, that was also came in toward the end of last month, is a request coming from Have Your Way 1984. So Have Your Way 1984 is the subscriber. So you had requested me to do a reading for Jennie from K-pop Blackpink. And so that reading for you, Have Your Way, will be up and ready for you tomorrow. And then the other request, the third request that I did honor and as well was kind of came in toward the very end of March, is coming in from subscriber Joe. And you requested me to do a reading for Jimin from K-pop BTS. Okay, so those are the 3 requests that I have honored and that I will have tomorrow. So if I always like to kind of give a heads up, before, but those 3 I will be working on and will have ready for your viewing to those subscribers and anyone else who are fans of those celebrities. I will be working on those 3 requests for tomorrow. And I will, like I said, somehow between tonight and tomorrow, I'm going to kind of go back in 2 weeks back though, right? I'm not going to go beyond that. Only 2 weeks from the time that I have been missing, which I think is fair. And I'm going to see what other requests have come in. And then perhaps tomorrow night, I will come back to do a shout out for those requests. Not 3, probably, 2 at least, to come back to try to get those done as well. All right. So I just ask again that you bear with me. Now, I do want to point out that there was a subscriber. Her name was Park. She had requested me to do a reading on Sabrina Carpenter. So Park, if you still subscribe and if you still with me, you did request that reading on Sabrina Carpenter. However, I was waiting because I have a red question mark, which is like a flag for me, indicating that I was waiting for more information in terms of what specifically you wanted to know about Sabrina Carpenter. So if you happen to be looking at this video and you know that you had sent me that request on Sabrina Carpenter, please resubmit that request to me tomorrow, okay, until I upload the other one moving ahead. But you can resubmit it and let me know specifically what it is you wanted to know about Sabrina Yes, Sabrina Carpenter, because you didn't give me anything in particular that you wanted me to know. And I don't want to assume what you guys want to know about your celebrity, your celebrity. There's three areas, right? Generally, there's three basic areas. And speaking of which, when you do send your request, I'm only going to be doing only up to 3 questions, okay? Not more than that. I think I had one that was asking me for 5 different things, and I'm not doing anything over 3. So you have up to 3 questions, right? In which you want to ask pertaining to your celebrity reading, okay? And what else? I think that's pretty much it. I think this has been long enough. I didn't want to be long-winded. I think I pointed out everything I wanted to point out in my return back to this channel. Okay, guys, if there's anything else that I want to point out, I will let you guys know tomorrow. So with that being said, thank you so much. Thank you for giving me this time. Thank you for sharing this space. Thank you for virtually supporting me. Thank you for allowing me to come into your space, into your home. Thank you for acknowledging my gifts that I bring and utilizing my gifts on this channel in so many ways. And hopefully I will continue to get the acknowledgement and the appreciation for all that I do for you guys. All right, so until I see you guys tomorrow, I'm wishing all of you a Sunday evening. Be well, and I'll see you in a couple of hours with those request readings. All right, guys, so until then, peace, love, and light. Shukran. Have a good one, everyone. Thanks again.